What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to Hustle House TV. Thank you for tuning in. This is Rusty with Rusty's Pressure Washing, and in today's video we are going to be going over my trailer and my truck setup, what we need to get the job done every day. I'll be breaking down my equipment, what I carry on here, and later in this video I'll be talking about what I would do different if I restarted this business, what I would spend my money on, what I wouldn't spend my money on. But anyway, let's jump right into it. Okay guys, so keep in mind this is a residential rig. This thing is set up for residential jobs. We focus all our marketing, advertising, everything is geared towards residential. We do a little bit of commercial when it comes, but we don't really focus on that. Anyway, let's jump into the machines. Two Honda GX 690, 3500 PSI, 8 gallons per minute. No upgrades on them, all typical stuff that comes with the machines. We have the batteries mounted, we have the fuel tanks mounted with bungees, we have extra gas can in case we run out on a job. Just your two typical Honda GX 690s. Alright, so hose reel number one, high pressure Titan hose reel with 200 feet of 2-wire hose linked up to this machine right here. Come back to the other side of the trailer and we have 200 more feet of 2-wire hose on a Summit reel, little mix and match. Anyway, this is how it's all plumbed up. You look back here and I've got dual plumbing coming out of the buffer tank, and it's just basically running straight over to the machines. But also guys, we have DN10 ball valves on both machines, stainless steel fittings. I've tried many ball valves, so I wouldn't really go any other route unless the next cool thing came out, but that's what we got on both of the ends of these hoses. Here we have our water feeding hose, just some basic Stanley stuff from Tractor Supply, nothing crazy. But anyway, this is just for storage. I use banjo connects, so this goes into here, and that just eliminates any small 90-degree turns. It's not going through the actual reel, it just allows max flow to the buffer tank. Also in this plumbing setup, you can see here we just have a dump valve. So if you want to rinse stuff off, you want to rinse your hands, whatever it may be, you need some fresh water, there it is. Okay, next we'll be jumping into the 12-volt soft washing side of things. I run a 12-volt 7 GPM. They've been good to me, so we just swap them out as they die. Anyway, I have a Deep Marine battery over here. This is how we power the 12-volt, and then we have the North Star 7 GPM pump down here. We got it plumbed to 200 feet of ag hose, 5/8 ag hose right here, and we also are running this V4 hydro mixer from Midwest Wash Equipment. All this is pulling water, soap, and chem all at the same time. I'm gonna run it up for you guys so you guys can see kind of what I'm getting out of this 12-volt and what a 12-volt should be operating like. This is just a basic shooter tip, blue tip, nothing special. And we are going clear across to my neighbor's driveway. I've got a little bit of a wind, but you can see we're about halfway on his driveway. I'll get that measured up for you later. And I just want to show you another tip. This tip right here, this is a 2530. This is what we're spraying roofs with. I have it connected just to an adapter that's going from the ball valve straight to a tip. It's the most lightweight thing. I've tried all the guns, cheapest budget wise you can use, but this is my favorite, and this is the spray pattern you'll get out of it. All right, so jumping back into this hydro mixer, this thing is wonderful for many reasons. So as you can see, you're pulling water, you're pulling soap, you're pulling chem all at the same time. Water is being pulled straight from my buffer tank. Soap is being pulled from right down here. As you can see, I just have it into a cheap Home Depot clear 5-gallon bucket. This way I can see when I'm running low on soap. And then chem is being pulled from the chem tank. And this is 100 gallons. But with this hydro mixer proportioner system, I can now have way more of a mix than I would if I just was pulling directly batch mixing from my tank. So now, say we're going 50-50. Before I only had 100 gallons of mixture, now I have 200 gallons of mixture. Another great thing about this is the soap. Before I had the batch mix soap and it just didn't really pull correctly, kind of dissolved up in with the SAH. But now you're directly pulling straight from a soap tank, which is awesome. Okay, how I have this thing plumbed up, I have 1/2 inch pulling chem, 1/2 inch pulling water, 3/8 pulling soap, and then 3/4 on everything outlet. So this is going to the 12 volt. And then we have 3/4 as well going to the hose reel. Also for this proportioner, you guys, I have banjo quick connects at the end of the chem line and the end of my water line. This way when I want to rinse the whole thing out at the end of the day, I can rinse that chem side out. I don't like the dipstick thing where you put the dipstick in each tank. This is a little cleaner for me. So it's as simple as popping this guy out, popping the water line out, and throwing this on the water line. Now I can just set my proportioner to only pulling chem, but it's going to be strictly pulling water out of this water line. And then want to go back to chem, put it back on here, and you're good to go. Alright guys, before we wrap this video up, I'm going to show you just a few more things on the trailer that I keep for every job. These stay on the trailer at all times. One is 50 foot of extension hose. If you have a job where you need a little bit of extra length, we have 50 feet here, and then we have 50 feet in the back of the truck. Also, different lances, different length lances for different jobs. This way you can have a short lance. We got a short one in that tube. It doesn't even poke out the top. We have a longer one. We have a medium one in the back of the truck. And come to the back of the trailer, we have a chemical lineup. We've got some degreasers on there, some muriatic, some rust removal, some paint stripper, and then we have these buckets for mixing sealant. I've got the bottom one mounted so they're not going anywhere. We got a pump sprayer back here. Always need a pump sprayer. We got some cones, block off the truck, look professional. We've got the Whisper Wash Classic 20-inch, and then we've got a 16-inch Whisper Wash, and that has the right nozzles according to our AGPM machine. And then this here is our sealant dolly. We've got 50 feet of 3/8 hose on there, so we don't have to move the dolly that much as we're doing a job. And we have this backup battery. That's what runs our little 1 GPM 12 volt. Also coming back to the other side of the trailer, we've got a few ladders. This is to get up on some roofs. We got this A-frame in case you want to hit some angles, that roof line that you can't quite hit from the ground, you can't quite see it. That A-frame comes in handy. We got one broom. We left one on the job site that we still have to go pick up, but that's for sanding the pavers. And that's it, guys. When I started this business, I started out with a very small budget of around $800 to $1,000, I want to say. But the only reason I started this was to get out of my comfortable zone. I wanted to try something different, try something on my own. I told myself, even if I fail, I'm just gonna give it a shot. I don't mind if I fail. I want to take the steps to get into an actual business, get everything legit. So that's what I did, and I didn't look back from there. Everything has been great. We're about 3 weeks booked out. It's just me and my brother running this business, but I love it. I wouldn't want it any other way. Anyways, if I were to change things up in the beginning, I would have avoided all the very small Home Depot equipment, Home Depot surface cleaners. It's not a bad route, but I would have saved up money and just got a 4 GPM, got 200 feet of hose, got a surface cleaner, got a little soft wash system. Even if it was just a backpack pump sprayer just to lay some chemical down, I would have went that route, saved up a little more money knowing what I know now. But I know a lot of successful people that have started with a very cheap equipment. There's nothing wrong with it. It was just so much work for very little money, especially when you're new to this business. You charge a little less than you should have. You're thinking to yourself during the job, oh man, why did I not charge more? And you'll slowly learn from there how to price your jobs. But for a $100 driveway, it was taking me way too long with that equipment, and it was a struggle. But that is the #1 thing I would change. The second thing I would have done differently in this business is getting help a lot sooner. I just got in this comfortable zone of doing jobs by myself, just running my body to the absolute max, working 5 days a week, 10 hours. It's just too much. I know it's a bullet to bite when you gotta pay for some help, but it's so worth it in the end. You can train someone who's close to you to have days when you want off, you can take off and they can run the show. All right, you guys, third and final thing I would have done differently is my prices in the beginning. So I priced my jobs way too low. I wanted to get my name out there. I wanted to win these bids, and soonly after I realized that these prices are not going to cut it. I probably made some competitors mad with how low the pricing was, but I'm in South Florida, and wherever you are, you deal with that. I was that $99 guy. I'm sure a lot of you guys that don't admit it, you were there too. But anyway, just set your prices high from the beginning. Set an expectation for yourself. This business, as it grows, is going to need a lot of money put into it, and $99 for a house wash is not going to cut it. You will soon be starving. So anyway, keep your prices high from the beginning. Always give yourself some room when you want to go up and down. When you want to go down a little bit, customer beats you up, let them win, go down 50 bucks. Price for that ahead of time. And when they don't beat you up and you land the job, then it's just a little extra on top that you deserve anyway. So always remember to keep your prices right. If you don't know how to price jobs, you can reach out to me, but the best thing to do is reach out to someone in your area. In this market, there's always going to be different prices around the world. Some roofs you'll be getting $800 for 2,000 square feet. If you're in South Florida, you're getting $300 to $400. So just ask someone in your area. All right, YouTube, that is a wrap on today's video. We have some nasty weather rolling in. Anyway, let me know in the comment section what you thought of the trailer. Let me know what you guys want next on your trailer, what I should upgrade to next. If you plan on starting this business, let me know how your dog's doing. Just let me know. Anyway, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification. It would mean the world to me. Until next time, YouTube.